guys, and welcome back to Mika Reacts and Reviews, her reacting review to things on the internet. And oh my god, I feel so much better. I feel so much clearer. I'm like 100%. I had like the worst allergies for a few days, and if you guys know anything about allergies, it can just be like a cascading effect where the sneezing swells up your sinuses and you get like a sinus infection, and it's just, ugh, you can't think, your cognition is off, you have no fucking energy, your mood has plummeted. But I am back, darlings, and I am better than ever. Okay, I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. But anyway, we are back, and we are back with a brand new type of video. A video that I've never done before. And honestly, I am doing this for you guys because I've seen people react to these type of videos in other channels. They just make me sad and not actually laugh. And it just makes me sad because it's like, this is the state of the West right now, basically. So today we're gonna be reacting to insane woke TikToks will make you cringe. It was released 1 month ago and it has only 467 views. Is tons of these out on YouTube, so I guess there's a lot of competition. And this was released on a channel named Tyrell, T-Y-R-A-E-L. So there you go. Before we get into it, if you like these type of videos, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you'd like to support this channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. It helps me don't have to. Just like, comment, subscribe, and sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. All right, here we go. Wish me luck, guys.
Nobody needs you to advocate for how difficult it is to use gender-neutral pronouns. Nobody said that the gender binary was f***ing easy. These are not my preferred pronouns. These are my pronouns. You will use them, or you will not refer to me. At all. If you misgender me by mistake, fix it and move on. I don't need your elaborate apology. I don't care how many times you say sorry. Just don't do it again. Moreover, if someone else misgenders me, it is never your job to tell them that it's okay. 'Cause it isn't. I get it. The discussion of the gender spectrum confuses you, and that's fine. But if you don't know anything about it, don't f***ing speak on it.
Okay, so the funny thing is when they said, do not refer to me at all if you're not gonna use my gender neutral pronouns, they said it as if that was some sort of threat or some sort of like, oh my god, I can't refer to you. Like no one cares. Like no one at all cares about referring to you except your mom and your dad, if they can tolerate it for like long enough. Seriously, I don't care. You're a ghost to me. I don't have to refer to you at all. You do not exist. So that's fine. Agreed. All right, we're gonna continue.
There are non-binary people, there are trans men who lactate, there are those who go by he, him, different pronouns. It's just inclusive to everybody. It is not hurting cis women to say chest feeding, but it does hurt those who go by other pronouns to continue to say breastfeeding, especially if they have body dysmorphia.
Okay, so this is the thing, that reason why the support for trans community is dropping, especially along normies, among cis women. First of all, biological women never asked to be called cis. We never signed up for that. We never asked to be called what sounds like a pimple, basically, or something you want to be removed from your body. We never asked for that. We never was a part of that conversation or agreed to that. Second of all, this is the reason why a lot of the support is dropping, is because, as you just heard this person says, they don't care about the feelings of biological women. They didn't ask, they didn't do a fucking survey, they didn't go around door to door and say, hey, biological women, do you care if we refer to you as chest feeding? They only care about the people that belongs in their group and their ideology. So when you don't care about another group, don't ask them to care about you. Plain and simple. So is it hurting biological women to be referred to as chest feeding? No, but it's degenerative, it's silly, it's stupid, it's very first world, and no one asks for it except a tiny minority of people in a group that want everyone to bend over backwards and change their language for them, but don't want to consider how anybody else feels about it whatsoever. Let's continue.
Something you own that you don't ever plan on using.
My uterus, because and I mean this with all disrespect, them kids.
Cupiosexual people may decide to have a sexual relationship despite not feeling sexual attraction while others don't.
Both are completely valid and communication is key.
What are your preferred pronouns? They, them. Oh, I've never heard those before. What are they? They're what's known as neopronouns. What are neopronouns? They're basically your own custom pronouns. When no other pronouns seem to fit, you come up with your own pronouns. Anything can really be a pronoun. Oh, how do I use them? It depends on the person and their pronouns. They, them follows a similar spelling to they and them, and even similar grammar rules like there and there. So they, them, themselves, theirs, things like that. Oh, okay. And there are other neopronouns you said? Well, yeah, because they're customizable. Anything can be a pronoun, really. Oh, I didn't realize that you can customize your own pronouns. That's pretty cool. Thank you.
What the fuck? Oh my god, my brain is melting. Look, I didn't mind the woman who said she didn't want a uterus because she doesn't want a kid. That's totally fine. I'm totally pro women not wanting to have kids if they don't want to have kids. That's fine. The other girl explaining some pronoun that I completely didn't understand went over my head, so don't care. This one, honestly, don't care either. It's, to me, pretty harmless, but at the same time, the reason why I think this generation is so obsessed with labels because they have no self-worth to grab onto. They have nothing of achievement to grab onto merit. Everything that makes them feel good about themselves is their identity and only their identity, and as well as this desperateness to be validated and this desperateness to belong to a group, because once again they don't know how to stand alone. Because of social media, maybe it's easier for the younger generation to feel isolated, to feel alone, to feel like an outcast, and they just, I don't know, desperately want to belong to some sort of tribe or something. Especially, you know, no offense to white women, I've seen it more amongst white women because I think they're trying desperately to detach themselves from white straight male. So it's like, let me put something on me so I'm not just a straight white woman. Let me put some sort of label on me so I can be a part of the oppression class and you know, yell at how oppressed I am, how unfair society is because nobody wants to use my pronouns or something like that. I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest. It's a big deal when you're forcing other people to use it, when you're trying to make it a part of policies and laws. And it's also a big deal when you're doing it out of desperation to be validated, desperation to belong to some sort of group or label, because you're not relying on your own merits and your own achievements in life to fill up your confidence and your self-worth and your self-love and how you feel about yourself, that all of it comes from your label. If the most interesting thing about you is your race, your gender, your sexuality, or your pronouns, you're not that interesting. Let's continue.
Hi, I'm Jax, and I just came up with new neopronouns that combine he, him, she, her, and they, them, okay? So hear me out. They, them, theirs, okay? They, them, their, whatever you want to consider it, right? Let's take the first one, the, okay? This combines she, he, and they, right? They, the. That's what they said, you know? That's what they said. Next, we got them, right? Okay, so them, we got, that's just combining them and him. Them, you know? I went to a movie with them the other night. Last one, theirs, okay? It's just like theirs, but like also like hers. Theirs. That jacket's theirs. Yes, this just sounds like they, them pronouns, but with the new ultra-scientific method, we have them so they've combined he and she as well. Everybody gets you with the, them, theirs today.
Okay, so another evidence that this pronoun thing is insane, this person literally just said, I just came up with new pronouns. The thing is, there's a new pronoun every day, but if you, normie person, don't stick to the pronoun that they're making up every single day, somehow that makes you transphobic, homophobic, and a bigot, probably also a racist. Let's throw that one in there too, and then just a horrible person altogether when they're literally making them up as they go along. And as this person said, it literally sounds like they, them. So what is the point? Anyway, I don't actually know the gender of this person. I don't want to misgender this person, but if this person was a female lesbian, I would be attracted to them because I like androgynous looking women. So let's move on.
Yeah.
Tips on how you can be a better intersex ally. When it comes to inclusive language, oftentimes people tend to use phrases like people with penises or people with vaginas rather than saying male and female or men and women. While this can absolutely be inclusive for trans people, unfortunately it's not always the most inclusive language for intersex people. My advice is to use language that focuses on function and not just form. That means focusing on the actual function that you're talking about, such as people who can get pregnant, people who can get other people pregnant, people who are at risk of testicular cancer, and so on and so forth. This is much more inclusive because there are intersex people who are born with a vagina but don't have a uterus or ovaries or an ability to menstruate. This is because some people that are born with a penis don't have testes. So it's much more inclusive to say what you actually mean than it is to use language that works around that.
Guys, do you want to be referred to as people who can get testicular cancer? Probably not. Okay, look, I'm a nice person. I really am. I am a nice person. However, I do not think language as a whole, the entire English language, and not just English language, because they're trying to change other languages too, like the Spanish language. I don't think an entire language needs to be changed for the tiny itsy bitsy of minority of people, and those people probably don't have a problem with this because the majority of people that come up with these insane rules really don't belong to those community, and the only way they do belong to them if they slap themselves with the pronoun. But most people probably are fine with it, and the truth of the matter is someone is going to find what she said problematic. Continue.
I'm trying to phrase this nicely and I can't yell, but I want to. So, Black people and people of color in the queer community aren't seen by white queers as queer as they are. On almost every occasion where I've been discussing my queerness or my experiences with queerness with white gays, they speak to me in a condescending way and they treat me as if I am a straight person imposing on a queer subject because they don't see us as queer as them. Queerness is seen as something that is white and a way to compare oppression, and it's used to compare oppression. So it's impossible for white gays to see us as gay as them. The LGBTQ community has been used as a front to hide racism or to excuse racism. Do research on Black queerness, please.
Okay, so she had one point that I agree with her, that these pronouns and all these different labels in the LGBTQ plus community is kind of used to win oppression points. I already mentioned that in this video. I was heavily involved in the LGBTQ plus community, especially when I lived in LA. Pride every year, completely supported that community, am a part of that community, and I have never felt in any way that the people in that community make me feel like I was not a part of it, besides people who don't like bisexual people. Like, that's the only way. And by the way, if anybody's curious, I'm bisexual, heteroromantic, which means I can be sexually attracted to the same sex, but I've never been romantically interested in the same sex or wanted to be in a long-term relationship with the same sex. I know a lot of my conservatives hate that and just roll their eyes, but just FYI. However, I've never felt that way, but I'm not gonna call her a liar, and I'm not gonna say her lived experience is wrong. However, going off the historical evidence that we have, that the younger generation, along with millennials, are extremely hypersensitive, I tend to give her a whole story a side eye, but that's just me. And it is true that there is racism within the queer community or the LGBTQ plus community, but there's all types of isms in the community because they're just people. So anybody, no matter what sexuality that you align with, you can still be racist, a bigot, homophobic, transphobic, any misogynist, can be any of those things. So that's not like something like to be like, oh, really? That exists? Like, of course it does. But anyway, let's continue.
Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. We're non-binary, gender fluid, trans men and women too. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. We're black, we're white, we're Asian too. We're every color of the rainbow. We're me and we're you. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. We're lesbian. We're gay. We're bi. We're trans. We're queer. We're queer. We're queer. We're queer. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. Watermelon sugar pride. And all in. And we are proud of you.
Okay guys, that last one I didn't mind. Yeah, it's cringy and corny, but who cares? People can sing songs and be happy and dance in stores. I do it all the time. I wish this compilation had more of a diverse cringe, I guess, because it was mostly just pronouns and LGBTQ plus stuff, which is kind of risque to do on YouTube. I try to give some allowance for Gen Z because I try to be like, I was young before and I probably was just as cringy and just as annoying, but I really wasn't. And I don't care what anybody says. There's been something happened between millennial, especially something happened between like 90s kids, millennials, and Gen Z. There's a big something happened. I don't know what it is. Some weird and cult-like insanity switch went on. I don't know what it is. Something is different. I watched Alvin preach and they did mention like, oh, it's just because like millennials didn't film everything. No, it just wasn't like this. When I was in middle school, when I was in high school, we were about inclusivity, but not in a way of like building all these different labels and policing everybody's language and just being kind of mean and rude to people just because they don't have the same belief system or ideology as you. We were inclusive in a way where we didn't have labels. Labels weren't cool when I was younger. You didn't care who sexuality somebody was or what pronouns somebody went by or someone's race, or you didn't care about those things. We were trying to get rid of that. We were trying to live in more of a colorblind, who gives a fuck about your sexuality, who gives a fuck what you do in the privacy of your home, live and let live society. That's what I remember in middle school and high school. I would have never had the audacity to be that just mean and rude and you better use my pronouns or else. Like, I've never been around people like that. I was not like that as a kid. People around me weren't like that as a kid. Something happened where people are just way more nastier online, but somehow being praised as righteous at the same time as being rude and nasty. It is really bizarre world. Stop sending your kids to public schools. Stop telling them they have to go to university. If you are a Gen Zer and you're about to graduate, go travel. Don't go further into your indoctrination, please. Get off the fucking TikTok. Anyway, guys, I know this video was different, probably longer than it necessarily needed to be, but if you like these type of videos, please let me know in the comment section and I will try to watch a different type of cringe compilation next time. Like, I didn't like the fact that this was so hyper focused on like pronouns and the LGBTQ community. Like, there's tons of other cringe out there. Yes, this stuff is cringe, but like, come on, let's diversify it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you would like to support the channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal link in the description box below and also in the comment section. It helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe. I also have a second travel vlog channel at Travel as a Lifestyle, or I Live Abroad. If you'd like to know where I am in the world, please go in the description box below, hit the link, go subscribe to my travel vlog channel, and or follow me on Instagram. My stories is usually what's most up to date, and also you can find it in the comment section. Alright guys, you have a good day. Bye!